Hi everybody. If you love hardwood floors, chances are you know they're probably pretty expensive to get installed inside your home. But with a lot of patience and a little know-how, you can learn how to do them yourself. I turned to one expert, contractor J.R. Little from High West Residential Remodeling Specialist, to get us going. Depending on what you do, it's not necessarily always the easiest project.
No, hardwood floors definitely require a little more work, a little more knowledge of tools. As far as safety goes, glasses are a must. You know, you may want a mask. You're going to be throwing up a lot of dust and you're going to be breathing it, so you really want to be safe.
Okay, and then also, next step, when you get your hardwoods, make sure you rust them.
Yes, you have to acclimate them to your home. So it's a great idea to have them in your home, unboxed, or at least open the ends of the boxes and have them acclimate for a minimum of 2 weeks.
Okay, let's run through the whole process. First, measure your room. Multiply the length times the width for your square footage. Make sure you buy extra and speak to your supply store to just make sure how many wood planks you need. We had some boards with flaws, and from time to time, you will make a mistake in cutting. Next, take out the baseboards. This will allow you to get the wood close to the walls. For my floors, we had to tie into existing wood floors. We're going to explain how you can do that in a future segment. Roll out your barrier. JR suggests using a resin paper. It's very inexpensive, and you can buy it at any flooring store.
We want to staple down nice and tight so that we can get our lines and our lines don't move once we get going with our first row here.
Now you need to lay out a straight line across the room. You can't use a wall because walls just aren't straight. This is where you will lay a chalk line. This helps make a straight line that you can set your wood on so you have even flooring. Have someone hold the end of the chalk line. Stretch the line across the room. Measure so you have your chalk line running parallel to your starting wall. Snap the chalk line so it leaves a straight chalk mark on the subfloor.
Okay, so we're temp setting our pieces, getting it ready, and then you know, we've got our chalk line here. We're going to follow that down. I'm going to set these in for now, and then I'm going to eyeball it, and I'm going to take a line across here and check again off the existing panels that this is perfectly straight out. And then once I determine that it is, I will nail this piece down, and then I'll begin to fill in the following pieces, and we can get our rows started. When your pieces come in, you generally want to stay approximately about 6 inches away, so you don't want to stack seams. The other thing you want to not do is ever stack a seam like this. Stay away, and you don't want to do this either. So you don't want a seam within a seam generally. You want to either be like this or like this. And it's good to keep that pattern, and then you can come back after a few pieces, and if there happens to line up, that's acceptable, just not right away. We want to make sure that we have a few panels going.
Next row, use a specialized hardwood floor nail gun. Line it up with your first row, put your nail gun over the tongue of the next hardwood plank, nail down about every 10 to 12 inches. You're going to use a mallet to drive the staple into the hardwood plank. So when you get close to a wall, it gets difficult to use that specialized gun. Use a pry bar to make sure the boards are secure and flush. Use wood glue right there under the boards, and then use a regular nail gun to hold that floor into place. When you reach the end of the row near the wall, measure and use a circular saw to cut and fit properly up until the wall. Make sure you know how to properly and safely use a circular saw before installing hardwood floors. Always use eye protection gear. Take wood putty and fill in all of those nail holes. Wipe off the excess putty.
So if you installed unfinished hardwood floors, I do have a tutorial on how to finish those off yourself. We put all that information for you on 9news.com/fixthis.